Moisture. Thanks, Ross. The Wichita Fire Department says part of a South Wichita duplex has collapsed after a large fire. The department says crews were sent to the 2600 block of Fees Street at midnight after reports of a heavy fire at a duplex. As firefighters searched the building, it began to collapse. Crews were then ordered to exit, and the fire was brought under control. No one was hurt or trapped inside the building, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Kansas